Hi friends, today I am demonstrating an emergency reporting, or we can call it off-season reporting of 20-year-old Ficus benjamina. I have got this plant when I was in army in Pune. Since then it was neglected, it was growing in a small pot and not properly shaped. But sometimes you can leave the plants to grow and slowly they will grow in a kind of a natural shape, and that itself will prompt you to train it in a fashion. You can see this plant, by nature it has grown in a kind of a semi-cascade, or you can say even a slanting position. It has got good branching. Now I am going to repot this because of two reasons. One is the roots have become too much in the pot and they are likely to rot very soon, making plant very unhealthy, and may even sometimes slowly plant may die. That's why you should do, irrespective of the season, irrespective of weather, with due care, you can repot your plant. Now this is a summer season in Hyderabad. It is quite warm. However, I am trying to do a careful repotting of this plant, and before you start any procedure, do little bit cleaning of the plant, maybe in the form of pruning or shaping or removing unnecessary branches. You all remember that what are those unnecessary branches? Branch growing straight towards you, or two branches in the same nodule, or branches at the same level, or maybe one unnecessary leader branch which is growing very tall. All these have to be pruned. So pruning is a continuous process. A moderate mild pruning you can do anytime throughout the year, but very drastic pruning you do only once or twice a year. So you see, now I am coming from the apex to bottom. It's all your choice how you want to prune, and all tips I am cutting down, and the branches wherever they are crossing each other, and unnecessary shoots, unnecessary leaders, I am chopping them. Remember, why do we prune? Because it is to allow sunlight, air, ventilation, that is, to the lower branches, so that plant can grow nicely from bottom to top. This is very important. So you have to create air spaces in the whole body of the tree so that air can move freely, sunlight reaches the lowermost branches. That's why, although I am going to repot the plant, but still I am doing some amount of pruning here. You can see carefully now, plant looks quite free. Yeah, the branches are very clear. Although it is a neglected plant, but this ficus has got a nice trunk tapering towards the tip. Base has got good root structure, nebari we call them. And if you do a proper pruning and proper wiring and potting in a good pot, will definitely make this plant look very nice. It was earlier in a cement plot. You can see the old cement pot, very heavy. The disadvantage with the cement pots are they do not have many holes. So you have only one drainage hole, although I made it very big. Now I would like to uproot this plant. I have cut the wires, stay wires, and root ball is very nice. And I have my assistant to help me. Sometimes you need assistance to lift and hold heavier plants. These fiber pots are nowadays easily available. Biggest advantage is they are very light, so that shifting is very easy. You can make extra holes if you want in the bottom. The only disadvantage, it may still clog little bit of water in the bottom and may encourage root rot. So you have to follow a dip method. Put a small stick or your finger deep into the pot. See, is it too sticky or too much water in the bottom of the pot? This will give you a fair idea whether you need to water once in a day, once in twice, or whatever the frequency you would like to have. These are the finer points which you should be aware. Stay wires are very important. You can put a wire mesh on the bottom and put a copper wire or aluminum wire. Keep the wire mesh intact in its place, and those ends of the wires you can use it to work as a stay wire for the main plant. I have told you in my past videos what is the mix for ficus plants. It should be 50% gritty and sandy soil, and 1/3 should be vermicompost or even your garden compost. And at the bottom you put a lot of crocks and stones over the wire mesh, and as you come up, the top soil will have more soft soil. I don't literally add coco peat in ficus species because they may likely to hold too much of moisture, encouraging root rot. I am not pruning many roots here because it is not a usual repotting. So you must only take out very few roots which are not healthy, which are likely to rot. Otherwise, you repot as it is. So ideally, use sand, vermicompost or a garden compost, and you may add little bit neem cake to avoid pest in the roots, and see overall soil compost, and you will understand with your experience how the plants are behaving with your soil mix. There are no set of rules. It should be well draining. It should hold some amount of moisture in the top layers, not in the bottom, and it should allow the plant to breathe freely and grow vigorously, and the secondary and tertiary roots should be able to grow in the soil very comfortably. This is the whole of our aim to create comfort and health to this plant. I have used this. You can see nicely pack the soil, but don't make it too sticky, and it should be dry, porous, nice draining soil, and designing is all your wish. Now I have planted this plant in this new pot in a same slanting style, and later on, once it grows more vigorously, then I will decide which are the primary branches, secondary branches. Probably I will do wiring to these branches after 6 months once the plant grows vigorously. The problem with the ficus, sometimes many branches can grow dry back. That means the branch slowly dies back and it falls off. Sometimes you may lose a very critical and nice aesthetic branch out of your design. You can't help it. That's why, as a rule, whenever you prune, you must leave at least 3-4 leaves in that branch so that it does not die back. Dying back or drying back is a very common phenomena in many trees like ficus or even the neem trees and even the tamarind trees. So many big trees have this problem. So you should carefully prune and leave some amount of leaves on those small branches so that it doesn't dry back easily. This nice brownish red color pot looks quite matching to the trunk color of this ficus. You can see it looks quite pretty when compared to the beginning of video, that whitish looking cement pot. Now this I have chosen this pot, slightly deeper it is, so that Ficus benjamina grows very vigorously, and you may have to repot every year, and depending on the growth of the plant, you may have to do sometime twice a year also. That's why I tell you not to follow any stringent rules for repotting or pruning, because it depends on your growth and environment of the plant in which it's growing and how vigorously it is growing. Same thing with the wiring also. Sometimes branches grow very vigorously, then you need to remove wire very fast, otherwise it can cause unsightly indentations on the branches. I am quite happy with this new pot. I am sure this plant will grow very vigorously. I will show you after 6 months what is the future of this plant. So dear followers and friends, you can do repotting when it is not a good season also, like summers, but you must follow a lot of care and don't lose your plant by pruning too much, by cutting roots too drastically. A lot of people do a mistake. After repotting, immediately they will put the plant outdoors, which can be very, very dangerous to the plant. They are already in a shock of pruning and cutting and transplantation, so you must not expose. Make sure you keep it in shade for at least 1 week to 2 weeks and gradually bring it back to light.